Hello everyone, welcome to KU classes, and today in this video I am going to explain a landmark case, that is K Gopalan versus State of Madras. Before explaining this case, I am going to explain the background of the case. So the Constitution of India, we got Constitution on 26th of January 1950. At that time there was a major constitutional challenge, that was the validity of preventive detention law. Preventive detention law talks about keeping a person in custody not because they have committed a crime, but because to prevent them from doing something harmful in future. Now, fact of the case is K Gopalan, he was a communist leader and got detained multiple times by Madras government under different law. So what happened? When one detention order ends, another order was immediately passed to keep him into the custody, and finally he got detained under the Preventive Detention Act 1950. So Gopalan realized that it's the violation of his fundamental right, and that is why he filed a petition before Supreme Court under Article 32 and claiming three things. His right to personal life was violated under Article 21. His detention was illegal because the act did not prove fair procedure. And lastly, the act violates Article 19 and 22 of Indian Constitution. Now, what all the constitutional provisions involved in this case? First one was Article 19 of Indian Constitution, that talks about freedom of speech, movement and etc. Then Article 21, which is very important article of Indian Constitution, which talks about no person shall be deprived of life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Students, please remember right to life and personal liberty and this thing, procedure established by law, because later I am going to explain you this one. And lastly, Article 21, that talks about special protection in cases of arrest and detention. Now, what was the issue that came before Supreme Court was this: is procedure established by law under Article 21 is same as due process of law? Should this process be fair, just and reasonable, or is any procedure valid as long as it passed by the Constitution? Due process of law, it is followed by American Constitution. Then second issue was that do fundamental right operate separately or together? It means, is Article 19 or 21, one should read it together or it is separate one? Third one, is Preventive Detention Act 1950 violates Article 21 and 22? And fourth issue was that where Gopalan's right violated by continuous detention order. Then what happened? Arguments were produced. Gopalan argued that the act violates Article 21. It means that the law must be a fair and reasonable procedure. Then Article 19 and 21 must read together. He said, if somebody is detained, their freedom of movement, Article 19 clause 1 clause D, is restricted. So detention law must satisfy both Article 19 and Article 21. And third one, he said that the act violates Article 22. It means that no proper communication of grounds were told to Gopalan for his detention, and that is why no fair opportunity to challenge the detention also. Detaining him under multiple law consecutive order is malified in nature. Argument by the state. State argued, first thing, personal liberty under Article 21 is only include physical liberty. It means it is not related to Article 19, which talks about freedom of speech, expression. It means personal liberty only includes physical liberty. Procedure established by law means any procedure passed by the parliament. State said that preventive detention is allowed under Article 22, means Constitution itself permit preventive detention, so parliament have power to make this act. Lastly, multiple detention orders are lawful if within legal powers. Judgment came. Judgment was majority opinion 5:1. Supreme Court upheld the Preventive Detention Act except for section 14. Article 19 and 21 are very separate. It should not interconnected. One should not read it together. They are very separate in nature. Article 19 only applies to free citizens. Once a person is detained, Article 19 will not apply to that person. Then procedure established by law means any law passed by the parliament. Court rejected the due process. See, procedure established by law means that you can only challenge the procedural law. On the other hand, due process of law means you can challenge both substantive as well as procedural law. Then third one is Preventive Detention Act is mostly valid except for section 14. It was struck down because it violates Article 22. And lastly, court said that Gopalan's detention was not malified, it was legal. The majority was of 5:1. The one justice, he was Justice Fazal Ali. He said that Article 19, 21 and 22, they must read together. Procedure under Article 21, it must be fair, reasonable and just. And he said that detention law must satisfy fundamental right. The outcome of the case was that Gopalan lost his case. He remained detained and the act remained valid. Later on, the provision got removed. Later on, the Supreme Court overturned all the judgments that he made in AK Gopalan case. He overturned it in Menka Gandhi case. If you want me to make a video on Menka Gandhi case, please mention yes in my comment section and please subscribe my channel. That's it for today.